What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be making a beat for Freddie Dredd's next album. So that's how the beat in today's video is going to be sounding. There's a lot of different ways you could go with Freddie Dredd, but there's a few different options. You got option 1, which is to do like a simple cowbell funk beat. Option number 2 is to do like a sampled beat. And then option 3 is the ignorant stuff, which is what we're going to be doing in today's video. You can do anything from like 120 BPM all the way up to 160, even faster. He's a pretty diverse artist. Starting with this one-shot synth, I lay down this melody. It's just that simple 4-bar loop repeating twice. And this up here is really the same thing. I just upped it 1 octave. Easiest way to make like an ignorant melody is to use half steps, which are notes right next to each other. So for example, E and F has no gap in between, so I just use those. Same with C and B. Next was this sound in Omnisphere, and that's just going to be some atmosphere in the back. Together they sound like this. So we're going to get into mixing after, because mixing is a huge role in funk beats, but we're going to get into the drums right now. All the sounds in this video are going to be coming from my Essentials drum kit, which you could get in the description below. For the drums, you want very hard hitting, but still lo-fi and bit crush sounds. I'm going to layer these 2 snares together. You definitely want to go for snares over claps. I'm just going to add something like that at the end. For the hats, you want something very like metallic sounding. I'm just gonna lay this down. I'm adding minimal rolls. You can really just get away with a 2-step here. Just something right here and something at the end. Now the hats aren't done. You want to use other types of like open hats or different like ride cymbals or just realistic drum sounds. So I got this sound, which I've been using for like a year now. And then I'm gonna do fill each 4 steps and layer that with the hats. And I'm going to put this open hat right at the beginning. And repeat it every 4 bars. This chime, just something really repetitive. You want just a really just hard hitting kick. It just really needs to just... Don't be afraid to put a bunch of kicks in a row like this. Now for the 808, you could have something just really bassy, or you could have something really distorted. So I'm just going to copy the kick pattern over, and then the starting note is E and it goes up to F. So I'm just going to put all these on E. These Freddie Dredd patterns don't really have a lot of movement, so you could just keep it to the 2 notes, and then I just added this extra octave jump at the end. Now for the mixing, you want it to sound bad. I know that sounds stupid, but trust me. Right here, first thing I do, EQ, take out some of the high end. You don't have to go crazy, just that. That makes a huge difference. Some people even throw distortion on the master, but you can use any bit crusher plugin or whatever you got. I found this plugin a few years ago called Crush. I just kind of play around with the 3 main knobs and see what sounds good. So this is it without Crush versus with it. I found this plugin like years ago on a YouTube tutorial as well. It's called MDA Degrade. I'm just gonna add this on the melody. And that gives it that extra bit crush feel. And in these beats, you don't want to have a lot of reverb, delays. You don't really want that. You want it to sound very bare, even unmixed. Fast distortion on these hats. Now, last thing to make the kick stand out is if you just turn the kick up, it's going to sound way too distorted. So to make the kick stand out without turning it up so much is adding side chains. So the easiest way, while selected to your kick, click on the arrow of the 808. So the 808 I have right next to it. So you're gonna click on whatever the arrow is of the 808, turn this all the way down. Now go to your 808, then go to slot 1 or whatever you want, and then add a limiter, go to comp, sidechain, right click, and then the kick should show up. Then you turn this up, and then turn this down until it sounds good. So now I'm gonna split by channel, get all my patterns here, and then I'm just gonna arrange. I'm gonna slice the first 2 beats, get rid of everything else, and repeat it 4 times. And that should make a nice intro effect. For the verse, I'm gonna create another pattern, so I'm gonna make unique on the main melody, and then just get rid of this, and get rid of this. Just to make a simplified version, just so it's not so repetitive. So I just got the intro with the beat playing for 8 bars and then an additional 8 bars of just nothing. So 16 bar intro plus this little beginning. Then right at the drop, I have like this little drum thing. I just had some of the drums come in early. Then we had 16 bar hook, 16 bar verse, 16 bar hook, and then 8 bar outro. Just very simple arrangement. So with all that being said, that is going to be the beat. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on it. Let me know what artist you want to see me do next, and thank you for watching.